Hi, welcome to BONITA'S Kitchen and thank you for joining us. Today I'm excited to bring to you this simple little recipe for mini brownie muffins. And they can be whipped up in no time, especially this time in the year when you're looking for a quick little dessert to serve when you're having a barbecue or you're just having a big old cook-up. So if this recipe interests you and you'd like to know, well, stick around and let's get started. So first we're going to add in there a half a cup of room temperature or softened butter or margarine, whatever you got available. It all works nice. And a half a cup of brown sugar. It don't have to be packed brown sugar. It just got to be about a half a cup or a little bit more. So with your wooden spoon or your mixer, just mix those two ingredients together. Now I hope everybody is doing well out there and you're having a lovely day. I know that everyone should be getting fair weather now, I would say. And
definitely, yeah.
Yeah, and it's certainly nice. And if you're watching us in the middle of the winter, well, I hope it's still a nice day, yes. Because I mean, you can watch this video anytime for sure. So now that's all you need to do there. I'm going to toss in quickly a teaspoonful of vanilla and 6 tablespoonfuls of cocoa powder, and that's unsweetened cocoa powder. So we're just going to fold that in just a little. It'll all incorporate once we add in all of the ingredients. So over to the side here, I got 2 large eggs. I'm going to crack them now into a separate container, and just to give them a little whisk, because sometimes when I'm cracking my eggs, I don't know about you guys, but I always get the shell or something in there. So just whisk that together. So I'm just going to toss that in there with the mixture. Now if you're watching here today and you guys are just scorching hot with the temperature and you're saying, okay, I'm not going to be making this recipe anytime soon, and you just tunes out, don't, because you could make this recipe early in the morning before that sun comes up and hots up your house, eh, Raymond? Yeah, it's one of those recipes you want to know how to make it. 1/4 teaspoonful of sea salt and a half a cup of sifted all-purpose flour. So now all you're going to do now is mix those ingredients in through, and you don't have to over mix it, just until all of those ingredients, the flour and everything, is all put in through. So now what I got off here to the side is half a cup of crushed walnuts, and I got actually a few pecans in there too, because I ran out of walnuts. So you can pretty much, I'm going to say, whatever whatever you want to put in there in shapes of nuts. But I got a half a cup, and I got about 2 tablespoonfuls of chocolate chips, unsweetened chocolate chips.
I was waiting for you to see why you were going to
Yeah, what have I got there, Raymond? Yeah, unsweetened chocolate chips, and that's the walnuts. So just toss those in together, and now I'll fold those in. So I'm pretty much now going to fold that in there. So I always say optional if you're allergic to nuts, peanuts, or whatever, that and the ingredients that I got in here. If you don't want to use brown sugar, you could use your white granulated sugar, or you could use a sugar that for your dietary restrictions. So that's all we need to do there. Now I'm going to tell you what to do next. So pretty much you need 1 or 2 mini muffin pans, and the reason I'm saying 1 or 2, I'm only going to be putting the brownie mix part ways up that muffin pan because I want to make just little bite-sized pieces. And we're going to top it with a cream cheese icing after. So that'll give it that extra goodness, of course. So put about, I'm going to say, about a tablespoonful into each muffin tin. So just a tablespoon. You don't have to smooth it in, just dollop it in there. Just when it starts to bake, it'll settle down. And if you want it even smaller than that, again, do a teaspoonful, and then, you know, you'll double up on this recipe, of course, with making them. Now, just recently, we were at a family picnic, and one of the kids that was there had one of these little brownies and said, "Oh my gosh, they're so good. Did you buy them at the store? What store did you buy them at?" And I'm like, "No, I made these." So I just want to do a big old shout out, of course, to anyone that feels that they can't make them. You know, like, just get those little muffin pans.
They're very tasty.
Yeah, and it's just bite size, so certainly you feel you want to go have more, for sure. So that's all you need to do there. And just in case I didn't say it at the beginning, pre-grease your muffin pans with spray or with butter, oil, it doesn't matter, before you put this in there. And then we're going to preheat our oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And we're going to pop these in the middle rack, in the center, bake them anywhere from 20 minutes to 30 minutes, or I'm going to say till toothpick clean. So you just pop a toothpick down through, it comes out clean, they're done. And I'm going to show you ours when they're baked. So while we're waiting for our mini brownie muffins to bake, we're going to whip up just a small amount of cream cheese icing. So I'll show you that. So what I got here is 1 cup of confectionery sugar or confectioner's sugar and a half a cup of whipped cream cheese. And you could use whatever cream cheese you got in the store. It doesn't matter which one, the light cream cheese or the whipped or regular, doesn't matter. And then I got a half a teaspoonful of vanilla that I'm going to toss in there. And when I implement this in there just a little bit more, I'm going to gradually put in about 2 tablespoonfuls of milk. I always take the smallest bowl I got to mix things in because I think it's going to be a small amount, and then I end up making a big old mess. Yeah. And I'm pretty pretty good at that. You know what?
Dishwasher goes for sure.
You know what? I don't even know if I need to add any milk into this. I'm saying 2 tablespoonfuls of milk, but I might have less confectionery sugar in mine there. But maybe the cream cheese and that vanilla is more than enough, and you can always add more confectionery sugar. And if you need to add milk, only gradually do it. Don't add it in all at once. And that's all you need to do there. I'm going to say probably use 2 cups of confectionery sugar and leave the milk out altogether. I overshot that one, and that's fine because I usually make a big old batch and I got my milk that I like to add in there. So I'm going to put this in the fridge because I want for it to harden up a little tiny bit. And then when those mini brownie muffins come out, we get them at room temperature. We'll plop on a little bit of this icing and have a taste.
And then we'll eat them.
We'll eat them then. We'll have a little taste, Raymond. Yeah. Absolutely. This is the... Oh my gosh, they smell amazing. So let's take them back to our countertop and I'll show you what they look like. So I'm going to do the toothpick check. And toothpick it's clean. Check. That is like a play on words, isn't it? 20 minutes, this one was done. And like you said, depending on your oven, I got down 20 minutes to half an hour. So that's where it's at right now. I'm going to take them out. Just look at them. Just, as you can say, mini brownies. So they're bite size. I'm going to pass one to our camera. And Raymond will fetch them. So what I'm going to do is put them out onto my cooling rack, and then I'll get a little dollop of icing on them.
I hope I can get one with icing on it too, you know.
Well, you're going to be wonderful spoiled to do so, for sure.
Oh my.
Yum.
Yummy is right.
Now, as they cool, this icing won't fall all over the place. But if you're going to serve them, put the dollop of icing on it just before you serve them. Or if you want to do them all and keep them in the fridge, that's fine too. Now, I'm going to have a little taste of these while they're warm because I love them when they're hot. Now, I'll just put the rest of these out onto the rack to cool down. And I'm going to have a little taste. Now, I got a bit of icing sugar on each one of these. That cream cheese icing. I've been waiting and Raymond Getty's gone over there.
Too good to eat.
Oh my gosh. You can see the nuts in there and my favorite, having the nuts in there, but you don't have to have the walnuts, of course. Drop the brownie delicious up over my face. Just the right amount of that cocoa powder. You just taste it in there. It's just bursting with chocolate. Yum. 2 thumbs up. I can't wait for you to make it for now or any time of the year. So I'm going to finish that little brownie now in a few minutes, but I just want to thank each and every one of you for stopping by here today. Our recipe again is going to be posted and under the video. I know certain times of the year we don't want to get on that, turn on that oven, but again, this is the type of recipe for only like 20 minutes to bake. And again, depending on your oven, you got them out onto the countertop, your oven turned off before the heat gets around. So again, you can send me a message at bonita'skitchen@gmail.com if you can't find a recipe. Visit us on our Facebook page at Bonita's Kitchen or our website, www.bonita'skitchen.com. Well, again, we know your time is precious. We certainly don't want to take too much of it today. We do want to thank our paid members for supporting Bonita's Kitchen, and I'm glad that we can share the earlier video for you each week. To all of our subscribers, thank you for subscribing and being a part of our kitchen for over 10 years. And to our new subscribers, welcome. So I'm going to finish decorating these brownies here now and get them put into a container, and we'll deliver them to our family today as a little treat. And other than that, like on behalf of myself, Raymond, and our team,
And from our kitchen to yours.
from our kitchen to yours, thank you for joining us, and
you have a wonderful day. And toodaloo.
Join us by the sea, a journey in culinary, always an open door. Bonita's Kitchen to yours. Bonita's Kitchen.
And don't forget to join us again on Bonita's Kitchen.